Our first speaker, who is Fikile Magadlela. Okay. Fikile is from Clark University.
Clark, Atlanta, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my presence on this stage today is the manifestation of grace, because the unlikeliest journey that has led me to this stage, I cannot believe is my own. You see, in the 3rd grade, I attended a tiny little school in a township called Nkulumani in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe. And I sat on a bench made of concrete underneath a tree. My teacher said to me, "One day you will go far, and nothing goes as far can go from that beginning than this stage with these bright lights in the middle of Washington, D.C. You see, I have waited so long for the world to hear what I have to say. But as many of you would know, African proverbs are not quotations, because the spirit of our people is one that knows that knowledge is a creation that comes from all of us. So I am standing before you today as a medium to express the words of the internal conversation that our generation is having or must be having. When I was young, I wanted to change the world, but I didn't know what the world is. The earth is the planet that we live on, but the world is a man-made collection of systems. And these systems govern how we exist on this earth. And to change the world is to have your own ideas influencing these systems. So what do I mean by systems? Well, the biggest system that is influencing the world today is called capitalism. And I'll give you an example. Globalization has come with the free movement of ideas and capital, but it has also turned mankind into the most controlled substance on the face of the earth. And I would know this because I am an immigrant, and I have been living in South Africa for the past 9 years. But to me, home is the blueness of the skies above Bulawayo. But the skies above Pretoria are just as blue. As one of my biggest surprises, as I was living in Atlanta, attending Clark Atlanta, I found that the skies above Atlanta were just as blue. But as the world would have it, outside of Bulawayo, I am an other, I am an outsider. My point here is that the systems that govern the world have lost touch with humanity. And this is the opportunity that I came to speak about. The moral compass of the world has always resided within the African people, and it breathes and lives through each and every one of us. Capitalism finds itself with the need to grow a conscience in order to survive, because its actions have put humanity's continued existence in jeopardy. And who else can teach the world about this subject than us? It is in our DNA. We just need to remember who we are. But the irony is that a people that have been thoroughly convinced that they are inadequate now has to remember who they are in order to save the world. So we don't need to outcompete. We need to lead. You cannot be more European than the Europeans themselves. I know it's strange coming from a man wearing a suit, but I have tried to keep my hair as natural as I can. Okay. Our ancestors, let me tell you about our ancestors. They were building sustainable cities before Western civilization knew what sustainability is. We need to wake up to the true identity of ourselves, otherwise we will continue to become an opportunity for other people. We need We need to own our own perspective. We need to own our genius. Otherwise, it will continue to be gentrified by other people. Africa is rising, but who is it rising for? The world desperately needs fresh thinking and perspective in ideas. And the authentic African perspective is the one that will change the world. My challenge to you is for you to express it. Thank you.